Hey guys, how's it going? Um, I feel bad. I just can't seem to get the time. Like I have no time for nothing. You know, uh, taking care of my dad eats up 98% of my time, and then I still try to fit some family time in and stuff. So it's hard for me to get out here and make you guys content lately. Um, feel bad about it, but such is life. Uh, I won't be dad's caregiver forever. Sooner or later, the inevitable is going to happen, and then we'll go through a bad grieving process, and then after that, maybe life can resort back to normal. But I get hammered all the time. As the channel grows, it gets worse, or every time I drop a video of some saw or something, next thing you know, I get a half dozen emails or Facebook messages or something about wanting something done. And currently, right now, I don't have the willpower or the time to even try to take work on. You know, I've got some other things going on. I just can't do it. Um, you know, it's that's just the way it is. It's not that I don't like you or something, because some people seem to get all upset that I won't port their saw. I'm not a production porter or somebody that does it for a living. This is a hobby. I do this for stress relief. This is, when I dive into a hobby, whether it be when I was painting cars or rebuilding trucks or building drag engines, mud bogger engines, quarter mile racers, circle track things. When I dive into a hobby, I go into it full steam ahead. And next thing you know, you got tons of saws. I don't want to take the fun out of it. When you start porting for money, it sucks the fun out of it. Now, I've took some work on here and there, and I've took stuff on for trade. Like, you got that saw there, I really want that, and you want something ported or whatever, work out a deal. Sometimes I take one on trade, port it, get the saw for just my port work, or sometimes I add cash to it, or sometimes I'm porting three things, or so on and so forth. That I'm not a business, I'm not a production porter. I don't even ever want to be. It's nice to have that option. Like if shit hits the fan or something, it's nice to have that as an option. But it's like I've got many different things in my arsenal that I can do to survive with. I mean, I can paint cars, I can build engines. I can do tree work. There's I'm very good at multiple different things. So it's I can even do saw repair or small engine repair. I don't really ever want to go back down that field again because you can get burned out on that pretty easy. But it's nice to have it in your your arsenal if you lose a job at one place or something. But it's nice to be multi-talented. Not a carpenter. Nope. Type of tree work I'm good at is cutting it up and feeding it through the wood stove. There's people that do woodwork that's just good at it. I absolutely hated wood shop in high school. Loved metal shop, hated wood shop. But if you guys are looking for somebody to port your saws, I can recommend some people. There's Dino Joe, he does good work. There's Redbeard Saws, he does good work. There's Jason Egan, he does work. I've actually got one of his saws. There's Gary Buxton, he does good work. Patrick Allred does good work. I don't know if he's taking on work or not. There's a lot of them. I won't recommend somebody that I've never ran one of their saws or whatever, but that's just a few. There's God, I can't remember the Zoo City saws, I think. I ran some of his stuff down at a hopper stock. They seem to run pretty good. He looks like he does pretty good work. There's tons of people out there that will do saw work. I'm just not. I gotta pause you guys for a second. I gotta shut that stove down. She's running away on me. Sorry about that. I can feel the heat coming off over there. Over there to me, pretty hot. I packed that thing. The wood was wet, and I split it in a bunch of little tiny stuff, and then picked up all the dirty shop rags and stuff like that, and fed it through the wood stove, and she took off like a train on me. So yeah, it's a roaring. I'm probably gonna open the door to bleed off some of that heat out of here. But yeah, I'm just not a production porter. I can't port everybody's saw. I've took stuff on where I wanted to buy a saw or something. Ported, a few saws to scratch up the dough so I could purchase something else. Occasionally when I get done with a saw, if I'm bored with it, I'll put it up for sale or trade. Like for example, I got rid of the Dino Joe saw that I had sitting around, and I don't know if he wants to be named or not, but I picked up a stock 550 MK2 that's in pretty decent shape. Looks like he's got it set up for 3/8. I haven't ran it yet, but I know the guy I got it from. Said it's got a brand new top end and stuff in it, but as far as I know, it's 100% stock. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I would part with that if the price was right. I'll probably port it someday if I keep it. I don't really need it. I have my ported one. But I don't know. Might be a good one someday or another to do a side-by-side stock run ported one. Like this 572. I almost traded it off today for a 338 LaPole, and I was gonna do that until I priced out what a box of rounds cost for that thing. And yeah, it'd be cool to have something that I could do damage at 1,000+ yards out, but $160 something a box of boulots is a little rich for my blood. But I would probably sell this saw. I picked up another one right here. It needs a piston and cylinder and crankcase. It's the same saw as this. And I see on eBay they got a complete piston. They got a complete long block that's from one of them guys that buys new saws and tears them down. I think, this thing's running good. I can't see taking it back apart. I've got one here that I can buy the long block and then put this thing all back together. This thing's got a spun bearing in the case. You can take the crank and walk it back and forth, and the whole bearing shucks in the case housing. That case is done for, and I could either hunt down and find a case half, or both case halves, split it, do all that. But I think this bolt pushed the cylinder. I think somebody over tightened it or something, because it's got a bulge in the cylinder on this side, and it's got a weird wear spot on the cylinder, and it put a weird divot and wear spot right here on the piston as well. And I don't know if that's a result from it running with that crank being cocked, or if that caused that crank to do that. I don't know, but I'll probably just buy the parts if that short block or long block gets sold on eBay or whatever. If it gets sold before I buy it, I'm not too concerned about it. I think they had 8 of them. I think it was listed for 8. I don't see 8 people needing long blocks, but I would part with this. I blacked out my address and stuff because not everybody needs to know that. But that was the price of that. I got a 15% discount on it or whatever. That's what I paid cash. There's my name, and I bought it at Caledonia Rental. They're a Husqvarna and Echo dealer. They're next town over. But I went there. I was going to buy the 390. The 390 wasn't on sale, but this was. So I purchased it for that. If I can get my money back, plus whatever it costs to ship it to you, if you guys really, really wanted it, it doesn't even have a tank of fuel run through it. Every cut has pretty much been on video. The dyno pulls, I probably didn't record all the dyno pulls, but there's footage of it on the dyno. But it maybe made 6 pulls, 7 pulls. This is the dyno graph on it. That was the average run or whatever. It's 7.9. I don't know why that's so blurry, but it's pretty good jump over stock. I brought the torque and everything up. Brought the torque up and the power up across the entire board. I was less than impressed with that saw running. That same barn chain. That's the barn chain it came with. It can go with it because it's the 058. I don't typically run that. But if you do not like this obnoxious muffler mod, I can trade it out for the muffler that's off this one, and then it would be quiet. It'd probably lose a little bit of power. But if you didn't like that muffler mod, I could trade you out mufflers, and then you could do whatever muffler mod that you wanted with it. And then it would save me from having to do a muffler mod on that one. I kind of like the pipes out the front on these Huskies. I like the way they sound when I do that. It gives them a unique sound. Ear protection's required with this thing. Them red Chinese earmuffs don't baffle it down enough. You'll run it, and then when you shut it off, your ears will be ringing. These El Cheapos right here, I have a sneaky suspicion they're just a cup with some foam in it. They're nothing like my Condors, wherever they're at. My Condors do a great job. These things I can, crack off a 357 or whatever, and it'll make my ears ring. These don't work very good. But if you put earplugs in and them in, it's about the same as the Condors then. But yeah, I would part with this for what I paid for it. I wouldn't make a dime on it. For one, it's my very first port job on one of these. I didn't go crazy on it or anything. It is taper top build, tapered chamber and taper top. I can't say if that's the right way to build it or not. It makes more power than it did stock, so I didn't backslide, so I consider it a win. But whenever I get the parts for this one, we'll tack it much more aggressively. I actually might use this cylinder to see how far I can push and move things before I run into an issue, so I don't smoke a brand new one. But I won't run this cylinder. It's foobarred. But yeah, my buddy hooked me up with that, so that's pretty cool. I'd part with that stock 550. I would have to get, I wanted 500 out of that Dino Joe saw, and I let it go with a full wrap, but I would eat a little bit more of it up. I would have to get at least 450 for that MK2. They're $700 to buy in the store. That's what I paid for that one that's under the bench under there. I paid $700 for that one. So I would let this one go for 450, not ported, just stock. And I don't want to port it and then try to sell it right now. I don't know when I'll get to porting that thing. It might be next year. We got so much on my plate right now. That, I don't know what you want to call it, the 359, 357 build. I don't even know what to ask for this thing. The worst thing on it is it's missing this. I don't need the saw. Kind of want to send it down the road to help recoup so I can get the money to build that other 572. It runs good. It's got a brand new Meteor piston and cylinder kit. It's got brand new bearings, seals. It's got a really, really low hour bore 2159 crank in it. It is aftermarket muffler that I completely gutted the guts out of it. That muffler is completely hollow. That was a pain in the butt to do, to cut all the bull crap out of there. It does have a brand new aftermarket carburetor, and I believe all the stop switch and the air filter housing. It's got a part number on it. I don't know if it's OEM or not, but it does have a part number on it. But that's brand new as well. And it has a brand new aftermarket black coil in it. I don't know the power of it. It's not nothing crazy hot. It is a set of 357 cases. It's quad loop closed port 359 bore cylinder, and it's mildly ported. I did a pop-up in it and then set the squish. I did not touch the chamber. Cleaned up the ports and stuff. Opened the lowers. I think you'd make a good little work saw for somebody. It's definitely not a race saw, but I think it's a great work saw. Like it's a great, I need to cut firewood and you're not scared of scratching it. But I don't even know what the damn thing's worth. It's not all OEM, so that hurts the value of it. I don't know my time that's into it. $300, I guess, and then whatever the shipping is. I mean, is that a fair price for something like that? I don't know. That's probably what I would sell it to for some tree crew or something that wanted to beat the crap out of it for their ground guys. I don't need it. I got that 2159 I'm going to build, and that's already been claimed too. My buddy wants that right away. I got the 371 and that 372 I plan on building sometime. I got my 710 Mac that's down there. That's on my list of stuff to do. I know this is a bunch of rambling, guys. I'm sorry about it, but after building that green one with the powder coat and stuff, I got that 78 Mac 710 that's cosmetically it's pretty decent, but I want to completely strip that down. I'm probably not going to attack it hard or nothing, because the last time I attacked a Mac hard, she didn't last too long until I popped it. But I'll probably just clean up the ports and stuff. And I spent all that time on that 1010 muffler. I'll see if I can graft that custom homemade 1010 muffler into it. But I want to do see if I can get something close to the powder coating. I want to sandblast all them parts, get all the paint off it, and I want to completely go through that 710 Mac and build a full wrap handle for it, but completely make that thing look brand new again, but all powder coat. The stuff that's supposed to be black, I'll powder coat black. The engine, I think they normally have overspray all on them. I might sandblast the engine and stuff and have the engine stay aluminum looking, and then powder coat the other pieces. I got rid of a bunch of my Mac stuff, but there's 3 of them down there. I saved the blew up Mac for one. It's got my clutch on it off the 710. And then I bought that other one, so I've got 3 Macs down there, and I want to build an absolute mint 1978 710 and just have it run flawlessly. I just want it to run like it did back in 78, maybe clean the ports up a little bit, tweak them just a little bit. I don't think I'm going to increase compression or any of that stuff. I think I'm just going to make it sound cool, and I think you guys would get a kick out of that. I think that'd be a cool build on the channel. I'm either going to take that chunk of handlebar I got sitting over there, or one of the other ones off to make the full wrap for it. I got a really cool bar somewhere that I was going to powder coat up. Or maybe I'll send that bar to Doug, have Doug do his thing to it. I don't know. I just know I want to build a vintage, like restored Mac just for a nice eyepiece, and then pull out every now and then and show you guys on the channel. Not nothing to race with or nothing, but yeah, I'll part with that. I'd part with that or that one. Trying to think what else. Oh, I got that one on trade. It's a 365 case, but it's 372 the rest of it, and it does. I lifted the cover on it. It does got a 50 millimeter 372 on it. When I got rid of the 462, I knocked $500 off the 462 and took that because I've got this 48 mil cylinder that's actually a 365 cylinder, just like what the thing says on it, and I want to take another crack at a 365 to see if I can get it to knock my other one down, and then whichever one comes out on top, I might end up sending the other 365, whatever one that ends up being the fastest, because that one and that one's the only 4 cube saws that I have. So they won't let me run the 400 in the 4 cubes. So the 400's always got to go up against 80 or bigger CC saws. And don't get me wrong, it does a great job. That 400 does a great job beating up 80 and 90 CC saws. Kind of funny, 67 CC saw whooping up on some bigger ones. But I got my other 261 coming back pretty soon. I'm going to be porting. I might actually, I got my parts 261 down in that bucket or box down there. I might actually end up porting that piston and cylinder. And then when my other one shows up, all I got to do is transfer it onto it and then recalibrate it. And then it's going to get sent back out for some testing. I'm not going to go nothing crazy, and I'm not going to do a taper. That one up there's got a taper top build. Yeah, I'm not going to do, I'll probably build something like I did for slacks. Just do like flat roof, probably 105 on the exhaust or something, and just do a good solid work saw. Trying to think what else. I got a ton of crap on my mind and stuff to do, but to those that do get a hold of me, don't take it offense or nothing. It's not that I don't like you or nothing. I'm just not taking on work. I got too much. Like I reported this thing. This is one of my 501s. I reported this thing, and I stuffed some pretty spicy numbers. She's got some good compression. I got rid of the muffler that I had on this, and got a stock one here. I gotta take that out and weld up this side. I was gonna do this tonight, but 3 days now I've been putting off doing a muffler mod for this thing. I need to. Time I'm done with this video, I'm gonna be too tired to dink with that tonight. But tomorrow I need to come out and do the muffler mod. I gotta figure out what I want to do. I don't know if I'm gonna make it like I did on the green one. I really like how that sounds, or try a different style. But I got the A2D set up on this. This should be a pretty zippy fun saw. And then I got my 18-inch Forester bar and chain that I'll throw back on this one. The side cover sitting over there. This one's still all 100% 501, other than the A2D. I bent my dog too. I'm gonna take that off and straighten it out. I'm not even sure how I did that. But I might have smacked something in the truck or something. But yeah, so hopefully in a day or so I'll have this one done and we'll get to see the test cuts. I'm hoping for something similar for the performance wise of the green one up there, the Green Hornet. Stuff very similar numbers, very similar port work in that one. So no timing or carb mods done to this, so we'll get to see what just some Sesky port work does on them, because this is one of my work saws. So, but yep, I've blibber blabbered on here for 24 minutes, so if you guys would like, comment, subscribe. I like reading your comments. If you're being douchey in the comment sections, you might find yourself booted off the channel. But yeah, if you're interested in that stock 550, I'm $450 plus shipping. What I paid for that, imagine with shipping and stuff, that'd be right around $1,100. It is ported, and I think I do $300 plus shipping on this one. If I'm out to lunch on the price on that, let me know. I'm probably super flexible. Might trade that too. Might trade it off for some different project. Like I said, it's not nothing over the top. It's just real mellow built. Should just be a good, reliable firewood slayer. And I'm curious to see how long that meteor setup will last. But so yep, you can get a hold of me at chbriscoe@gmail.com or Facebook Messenger. So you guys take it easy. Have a good one. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And yep, hopefully the next 4 years will be better. So you guys take it easy and have a good one.